Hey guys, SpinoDude here and welcome back to another video. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at another brand new 2018 Safari Ltd figure for the hashtag Cowboy Safari campaign. So let's have our co-host Marvin bring it out. Thank you, Marvin. So today guys, we're going to be taking a look at this. It is the brand new 2018 Safari Ltd Ankylosaurus. Safari just sent over a brand new batch of 2018 prehistoric animal figures to the channel. I cannot wait to get through and review all of them coming up very soon on the channel, starting off with this Ankylosaurus, of course, and I want to send a huge thank you to them for sending this batch of figures over to the channel. So without further ado guys, let's dive straight into the review. Before we take a closer look at the figure, here are a few quick facts about Ankylosaurus itself. Ankylosaurus magniventris means fused lizard. It was an ankylosaurid from the Cretaceous period of what is now North America. Ankylosaurus is without doubt the most famous of the armored dinosaurs, estimated at around 20 feet long and wielding a massive club tail and bony armor plates. It was a low-browsing herbivore, with a mouth perfect for shearing through vegetation. Ankylosaurus has been found in the Hell Creek Formation in the USA, alongside dinosaur superstars Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus rex. So without further ado guys, let's start taking a closer look at this awesome armored herbivore. Alrighty guys, so here is the brand new 2018 Safari Ltd Ankylosaurus. And the most famous of the armored ankylosaurian dinosaurs makes a triumphant return in Safari's 2018 Prehistoric Life Collection. And for first impressions, this figure is just so well done. Just the detail overall, the quality of this figure is stunning, in person especially. You really can't get the full effect of it on camera. But funny enough, a couple weeks, I believe it was, before Safari announced they were making an Ankylosaurus and they showed the pictures earlier in the year, or around November, December of last year, somewhere around then, I actually drew a picture of an Ankylosaurus and I believe I put it up in the fact sequence of editing, or I'll put it up now on the screen if I didn't do that. But I drew a picture of Ankylosaurus and it actually had a very similar color scheme with this yellow underbelly and the brown armor plates going across the back. I thought that was a funny coincidence. I actually sent the picture to them. But anyway, why don't we dive in and take a closer look at this armored dinosaur. Alright, so first of all, the scaling detail on this figure is absolutely stunning. Look at these individually carved scales into the sculpt. This is beautifully done. I love all of the little armor plates on the side of the midsection here and running down, whoops, almost dropped you there, buddy, and running down the sides of the front legs here, as you can see. I think that's great. Also, the toned musculature in the limbs is beautifully done, and I also like all of the wrinkles and folds in the skin across the body. I think it looks great. The armor plating on the top of the animal here is beautifully done as well. We have all of these smaller plates towards the back and running down the middle, just right before the shoulder area on the Ankylosaurus here. And then we have these big round, these 6 huge round armor plates, 3 on each side of the animal. And then we have these 2 massive armor plates over the shoulders, and then these 2 smaller ones around the neck here. I think this all looks very nice, and those smaller plates run all the way down the tail, just before the club on the end of the tail, which is done very nicely. That's done in the same color as the plates on the back. We also have these smaller plates running down the sides of the top of the armored carapace on the Ankylosaurus. I think that looks very nice. The feet are done nicely as well. You can see the front feet have 5 digits. Each are tipped with a brown colored claw. And on the back we have 3 digits on each foot, each tipped with a brown colored claw as well. The head sculpt on this Ankylosaurus is beautifully done. We have this awesome armor plating texture running down the top of the head there, as you can see. The beak is carved out on the front. That is done in the same color as the armor plates across the body. You can see the interior of the mouth has been sculpted out and painted in a fleshy pink color as well, although it is a little dark in there and it's harder to see. We also have the nostrils on the side of the skull there, and the eye is done in a glossy yellowish orange color with a black pupil. The glossy color over the eye really makes it seem lifelike. I really like that. We also have these large signature scoots around the face, as you can see, 4 of them, 2 on each side, those large spikes. And I actually think I like this side of the head better. I think the overall look of it just looks a tiny bit better than on this side. Now the color scheme on this figure is very unique. I really like the colors they went for here. We have this sort of dandelion yellow color for the underbody here, and of course all of the armor plating and the scoots and spikes, those are all done in this brown color, the sienna brown color, and then the actual top of the armored carapace is done in a black color. I think it's a really nice and unique color choice for this particular dinosaur. And then the pose for this figure is interesting, and I think that's where my only real nitpick comes in. This Ankylosaurus looks pretty light on its feet for being such a heavy creature. I'm not a huge fan of the pose here. I do like how the tail is swinging off in this direction and the head is looking this way. It looks like it's winding up its tail, getting ready to smack it into a T-Rex or a Dakota Raptor or something that's attacking it. But it's just the way the legs look. It doesn't feel like it's a very heavy animal, in my opinion. It feels like it's very light on its feet. It's almost springing off the ground just a little too much. I feel like maybe, because the Ankylosaurus is kind of leaning this way, I feel like it's fine to have the legs the way they are over here, but maybe have these look like they're straining just a little bit more with all the weight being put on them. But other than that, it's a fantastic figure. I just feel like it just looks like it's a little bit too light on its feet for being such a massive creature. Alright, so why don't we give this Ankylosaurus a quick measure. So Marvin, why don't you bring out the ruler? Thank you, Marvin. Alrighty guys, we've got our trusty flexi ruler, so let's give this Ankylosaurus a measure. So in terms of the length from the tip of the tail all the way to the tip of the snout, we are looking at about 7.5 inches, which is about 19 centimeters. And in terms of the highest point, which is the top of the club tail here, we are looking at about 3.5 inches, which is about 7-8 centimeters. For comparison, I'd like to bring out Safari Ltd's previous armored Ankylosaurian dinosaur, their Sauropelta, which still holds up as one of my longtime favorites from them. This figure is absolutely beautiful, and these two figures look really nice next to each other. The details are absolutely stunning. And then I thought I'd bring out another dinosaur from the Hell Creek formation that lived alongside the Ankylosaurus, the Anzu wyliei, part of Safari Ltd's 2018 releases. I think it would be awesome if Safari keeps adding to the creatures from the Hell Creek formation every single year. We did get their new updated Tyrannosaurus Rex last year for 2017, and off the top of my head, this year we've gotten 3 figures from the Hell Creek formation, that being the Ankylosaurus, the Anzu wyliei, and the brand new Triceratops sculpt. I think it would be awesome next year to see an Ankylosaurus or an Alamosaurus, or maybe even a Dakota Raptor. That would be awesome. Alrighty guys, it's time for my overall rating on this figure, and I think that this brand new 2018 Safari Ltd Ankylosaurus deserves 4 stars out of 5 on Epic rating. This figure is absolutely beautiful, and my only thing keeping me from giving it a 5-star legendary rating is the pose. Don't get me wrong, the pose is awesome. I love everything that's going on up here, especially from this view, but from a lower view like this, from the side, from this side, it just looks like the Ankylosaurus is a little bit too light on its feet. I would have preferred if it was kind of in a more anchored pose other than moving around, because it looks like it's about to swing its tail, and I feel like it should be kind of lower to the ground, not looking like it's so light on its feet. But other than that, fantastic figure, Safari Ltd. Hats off to you, and this is just awesome to see a new scientifically accurate Ankylosaurus figure out there. Well, there we go guys, that was today's look at the brand new 2018 Safari Ltd Ankylosaurus. I think this figure is absolutely beautiful. If you guys want to add this one to your collection, make sure to go to www.safariltd.com or go to amazon.com/safariltd. And if you guys want to learn more about the #Hawaii campaign, go check out Safari Ltd on Facebook and their other social media. So anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. Also leave a comment telling me what you think of this brand new Ankylosaurus figure. So thank you so much guys for watching, and as always I will see you in my next video. Take care and bye bye.